Hello, my name's Scott. I want to thank you for the time you're taking to check out our site and see what we can do to help you with your business. I wanted to start off with introducing you to myself and my sweet little family. That's a picture of us in a vacation, actually a couple of years ago, to SeaWorld. We live in a small little town outside of Jackson Hole, Wyoming, called Afton, Wyoming. We have two claims of fame. We have the world's largest Elkhorn arch. Yeah, that's right. There's about 3,000 set of antlers there spanning our main street. Our nearest stoplight, they just installed one about 30 minutes up the road from us. Before that, it was about an hour and a half away. And our other claim to fame in our small little town is the world's largest intermittent spring. That's right. You can Google both those. This spring's just a couple miles up the road, up the canyon. Literally, the water that you go to the store and buy, spend a couple bucks for a few ounces, we water our lawns with. Comes out of the tap. So what's the point of all this? Number one, I wanted to introduce you to myself and get to know somebody that you might be working a little bit with. And number two, to let you understand that when we moved up here, we moved from the city to raise our kids in a small town. It's so small, town's only 1,500 people. I couldn't earn a living from the people from the town. I had to earn my income from the internet. And over the last 15 years, 90% or more of my income has come from the internet in one form or another. I've had several businesses, several different approaches, but some form or another it's come from the internet. And I learned a few things over the course of the last 15 years. Number one is how to get search engine rankings. And I'm going to show you here in a second search engine rankings for your industry in your area that I did just last night, actually. But learned how to get the rankings, how to turn those rankings into traffic, how to turn the traffic into leads, and how to turn leads into customers, which means money, which is what we're all after. We have to pay our bills and provide for our families. Now, I shouldn't have to convince you why you want to be on the internet. This is a graph showing in 2008, 72% of the people in the United States had access to the internet. Over the last 15 years, you think about it, 15 years ago, I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but 15 years ago, people got their information, from TV, from newspapers, from reading books, from Yellow Page ads if they were looking for goods or services. 15 years ago, a lot of people didn't even have cell phones. Now, my son in junior high, and everybody has cell phones in junior high, and a lot of people in elementary school have cell phones, and they're all connected to the internet, and they all know what Google is. And Google has basically turned into be a verb. Hey, I Googled it. But anyway, I shouldn't have to convince you that, but I wanted to show you this. And this is a graph that shows that basically Google dominates the search engine market, and that can change. It's ever evolving. But enough of this. Let's get to the fun stuff. Alright, as they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. What you're looking at is a Google screenshot I took this morning. I typed in Best Chiropractor, Salt Lake City, Utah, or SLC, Utah. Is that something, if you're a chiropractor in Salt Lake and somebody in your area is in need of a chiropractor, is that a type of a phrase that somebody would type in? I think it is, because that's exactly what I would type in if I was down there. If I was looking for a chiropractor, I didn't know who to go to, and I wanted a good one, that's exactly what I would type for. That's why I did this. And apparently, I'm not alone here, because there's 48,900 competitors for that what they call a keyword phrase. In as little as 7 hours, I scored number 3 in what we call Google organic information. Now, we don't normally count the maps up here, but even if you want to count the maps, I scored the 4th one, and I also scored 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th one. I did one little movie, and by the way, I'm promoting Best Chiropractor SLCUtah.com on this site, or excuse me, on this little movie, and I'm going to work with one chiropractor in Salt Lake. That's it. And whoever chooses to work with me, and I agree to work with them, they will have access to that Best Chiropractor SLC Utah site. We will promote that site. We'll promote their own main site. We'll promote other sites. And here's the goal. The goal is to do what I just did here, but on a massive scale. The goal is to dominate the front page of Google, have multiple listings on the organic side of Google for multiple keyword phrases. We all know that the vast majority of business originates in some form or another from Google these days. Can you see how if you would dominate the first page of Google for multiple keyword phrases that buyers for you, in this case chiropractic services, would search for, can you see how that increase your business? And by the way, there's a difference here between what we call organic listing and paid links. These sponsorship links right here, if I wanted to be a jerk, I could click on this link right here and I'd cost this person some money. They pay to be there per click, anywhere from a few cents to several dollars, depending on how competitive the phrase is. And by the way, kids out there know this, and they'll just sit there and click on these links all day long. And so if you're paying for these links, you know, you're getting a lot of clicks out there that aren't really buyers. And by the way, even if you eliminate the ill-mannered kids out there, studies have shown that consumers are 8 times more likely to click down here in the organic information versus the sponsored information. And as I said, the contact information is down below. I'm going to work with one chiropractor. Every chiropractor that I could find got the same email you got. So it's a first come, first serve. Send me an email. That way I can keep track of who's the first. Give me your phone number. Give me the best time to reach you. Let me know if you want to do business with me. I can give you the details at that point. I just wanted to prove to you first that we could do what we say we could do. So it kind of set us apart from everybody else that you probably hear from. Till I get a chance to chat with you, have a profitable day.